tonight. It is the final episode of Long Night with Vish Khanna. I know, we got canceled. These things happen in TV, but we're working on it. If all goes well and we can appeal to the LW network, we'll be back on the air next year. Now, we have an excellent show for you, but before we begin, I want to tell you a little story about my father. My parents are from India, and occasionally they go back for visits from time to time. Before they do, they often ask my sister and I if we want anything from the homeland. And I, over the years, have learned to say, no, thanks, I don't need any more unregulated stomach cramp medicine, or like a tiny vest in case I ever decide to own a monkey. I don't need those things. Now, a few weeks ago, my parents got back from a trip, and I went and saw my dad. And I said, hey, Dad, how was your trip to India? And he says, pretty good. I got us matching tracksuits. For those of you keeping score, this is my tracksuit. Now, I've never expressed any desire to own or wear a tracksuit, ever. So this was very puzzling to me. But to be a good son and keep the peace, I said, thank you, question mark, and then I went home. Now, a few days later, we went back to my parents' house for Family Day weekend. You guys have a good Family Day weekend? I know it's a while ago. So we went home, and I thought it would be a good idea to bring my tracksuit with me. And when I got there, I said, hey, Dad, did you get a photo together of us wearing our tracksuit? And Dad said, well, yeah, I was hoping you'd ask me the other day. This is puzzling. So my dad is clamoring for tracksuit photo ops with his son. I find this odd, but anyway, we take some photos, and I post one of them on Facebook. I think we have it here. Josh, do we have that photo? My dad and I, yeah. Now, and just to be clear, that's me on the left. That over there is Dad. Now, I post the photo on Facebook, and people are liking it. They're liking it. They enjoy the photo. But a couple people noticed that something seems a little off about my dad. I don't know if you can tell. I mean, one person thinks it looks like a wax figure of my dad. Another person direct messages me and says, it kind of looks like a promo still from a Bollywood version of Weekend at Bernie's. Which is a terrible thing to say about my dad. I might befriend that guy. Anyway, we post the photo, and then I look at it, and I start to realize something seems off about my dad too, but I get a different feeling. Like, for me, when I look at it, my dad kind of reminds me of Kim Jong-il. Maybe Chairman Mao. Not so much Fidel Castro, but maybe Hugo Chavez. Very tiny photo. And this might be totally Freudian, but Darth Vader with his mask off? Weird, right? Now, we finish taking the photos, and then my dad and my sister and I go into the living room and we start watching the Winter Olympics, the Sochi Olympics. Anybody enjoy the Olympics? Did you have Olympic fever at all? Nobody? Woo! I am with you. I would do that too. But I would have home. What's that? Nothing. Okay. I can't see who's yelling at me. It's fine. So anyway, we're watching the Sochi Olympics, and it's going fine. And then Dad just starts pointing at the TV and yelling, hey, this is the Stallion City. This is the Stallion City. And my sister goes, huh? And Dad goes, you know the Stallion, this is the Stallion City. Now, I begin to worry that maybe Dad thinks that Russia is some kind of horse town. But then I'm also wondering that maybe he thinks Rocky IV was a documentary and that, like, when the Italian stallion beat Ivan Drago, he won Russia. I don't know what's happening. Now, before I can say anything, my sister figures it out. She goes, Stallion? Do you mean Stalin? And Dad goes, yeah, him. This is his city. So it's kind of weird. My dad is thinking of dictators, and it's very strange. I don't understand. What's weirder is that Dad and I are still wearing our tracksuits. And I haven't figured out why. Why are we wearing these tracksuits? What was he doing in India? Was he going through a bazaar in Mumbai and he sees a Foot Locker with a 2-for-1 sale? Why are we wearing these tracksuits? So I finally cave in and I say, Dad, where in India did you even get us these tracksuits? And Dad goes, India? No, I got these at the mall in Kitchener. And that is what we've come to regard in my family as the tracksuit story. Thank you very much.